just finished your speech. How was it?
Hi, Tom. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had such an engaged audience that wasn't looking at their phone. None of them were looking at their phones, and they were taking pictures and videos and just really learning and absorbing.
That's awesome.
And it made me so happy.
Oh, I love to see that. So your speech was about your company SolidBlock. Could you tell me a little bit about that, a brief overview?
Sure. So usually when I come to the conferences, I speak about our field, which is tokenization.
Right.
And the reason we do tokenization is to put real-world assets onto the blockchain. We know that obviously you have crypto on the blockchain, you have all kinds of DeFi applications, but DeFi is for everything, not only for crypto. So what I teach is how to put real assets onto the blockchain. SolidBlock tokenizes real estate for the purpose of, number one, liquidity, number two, all kinds of financial operations on DeFi once you have real estate in the digital form.
Wow, that's so interesting. I think you could teach me a thing or two about that, actually. If you don't mind, can I ask you how you got started in blockchain?
Yeah, absolutely. So I come from the world of finance. I started on Wall Street 20 years ago, then moved to private equity, M&A, and IPOs, all kinds of financial analysis and so on, financial engineering. And then at a certain point, I opened my own agency doing marketing, promotion, things like that. And I hired people all over the world. So in 2016, I found Bitcoin because I wanted to pay them and the fees were really high. So somebody said, why don't you use Bitcoin? So I started buying Bitcoin so I could pay my people, and it was amazing, right? Because, you know, it was so easy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I used to go to MoneyGram.
Yes, yeah.
Personally, right? Because I have to send money to India and it's super expensive. You go to MoneyGram and you have to actually withdraw cash. You know, so so Bitcoin, 2 seconds, my employees got their money.
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
yeah. So for a few years I was doing that, and then I had a few fintech ventures, and then I thought to myself, wow, blockchain makes payments so much easier. What about other industries?
Right.
And that's how I got into real estate on the blockchain.
Wow, that's such a fascinating story. And I know that you put a bit of a focus on women in blockchain as well. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Because I think that's a fascinating angle.
Sure. So I think with every new industry, we have a unique opportunity to give stage to new people and new faces, and to create new alliances and new networks and so on. So, and it just happens so in the world of finance and entrepreneurship, and I don't think it's anybody's fault, but men are center stage because, you just bring whoever you bring your network.
Right.
So the purpose of, I founded an organization called Women in Block, and the purpose was for women who are executives or startup founders or speakers to bring other women on board and to give them stage.
That's
so
awesome.
so we have an organization where we have speakers. If anybody's interested in adding, women who may not be necessarily, out there, but have amazing things to teach, I can always provide recommendations, and I do that frequently for events.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that's a really strong message to be putting out there as well. Some of our best speakers are females at the moment, so I'm loving seeing that pivotal shift at the moment, where people want to sit down and hear from the female speakers. I love seeing
for sure.
In terms of blockchain world and DCS in general, how's your experience been so far? How are you finding it?
Fantastic. Well, this is probably the best designed conference I've ever seen, for sure. And I sent the pictures, to our social media team. They're like, wow, they're really invested in screens.
Absolutely.
And audience is just so engaged, and they're just sitting there and just absorbing all the knowledge. And I love the speakers who I heard so far, super pumped up, inspirational. We need that. We need enthusiasm. We need that power and energy, because we're bringing the change into the world. Absolutely. And you can't do that in any other way. So that's what I really like about this conference. People are here to learn and to move, right? To revolutionize.
Well, thank you. I couldn't have put that better myself. And lastly, if anyone wanted to get in touch with you, how might they find you?
Well, I take anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere. I'm everywhere. Just Google Yael Tamar. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Yael Tamar. Instagram is solid.mama, and just anywhere. Yael at solidblock.co. Our website, solidblock.co.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping and talking to me. I hope you enjoyed your speech. Yes. And the rest of the show as well. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Good meeting you.